Hey guys, Martin here from Blanks Universe, and today we're going to be taking a look at the OnePlus One, which is a new phone from a small company called OnePlus. This company was founded by a former Oppo executive and is dubbed the flagship killer. This phone features specs comparable to the $600 HTC One M8 and the Galaxy S5 for a low price of $300. The box follows the OnePlus's red and white color scheme, and here we have the Sandstone Black model, which is 64 gigs and is carrier unlocked, which means you can use any carrier, and this is at its $300 price tag. This also does come in a white model, which only has 16 gigs of storage. It's kind of odd how they skipped the 32 gig model. Inside we see a stunning red box where we find the phone housed. Underneath we find the accessories it comes with. And if you're wondering why the box is so thin, it's because the charger comes in a separate box. So you find the SIM remover, which is longer than others, so try not to lose this, but it does come in a nice silicone sleeve with a keychain ring, so you can leave it on your keychain and hopefully it doesn't get bent. The keychain puller is quite nice and it's a very useful tool to keep on your keychain. Next we find a red micro USB cable with an included cable tie, which is really nice and I haven't seen on any other phone manufacturer. On one end you have the standard micro USB with the OnePlus logo, and on the other side you have a flat slim USB cable, so this is without the metal housing. Try not to plug this in upside down. The charger comes in a separate box, which is nice as they don't have to have separate units for each region and just a separate box for the charger depending on region. The wall wart is kind of big though. The OnePlus One sports a very nice 5.5-inch 1080p display housed by a silver metal band, which is quite nice. The back has a nice textured finish, which doesn't make the phone slippery at all. On the back you also find the 13 megapixel shooter as well as a Cyanogen logo. Yes, this phone does run Cyanogen. It's a specific version just for the OnePlus One. The 13 megapixel camera has a Sony CMOS sensor as well as 6 lens elements. It does have a flash, but it is not two-tone like the HTC One or the iPhone. Speaking of cameras, there's a 5 megapixel front-facing shooter with a wide-angle lens so you can fit more into your selfies. Booting up the phone for the first time, you're greeted by the OnePlus One logo. This phone does boot up incredibly quickly in under 1 minute. Even faster if you enable the quick boot function in developer options. The OnePlus One packs a Snapdragon 801 processor running at 2.5 GHz as well as Adreno 330 GPU and 3 GB of RAM. The front of the phone has the 5 megapixel shooter we talked about earlier, as well as the standard earpiece for answering your calls, as well as a well-hidden SIM tray slot on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side you have the volume and power buttons, so it could possibly be easy to confuse the two. It's not a big problem. On the bottom you find the micro USB as well as a microphone and the speaker grills. The back cover is removable, so you can choose from OnePlus's selection of back covers, but unfortunately the battery is not. Here we have the OnePlus One next to a Note 3 for comparison. The Note 3 does sport a screen that is 0.2 inches larger, but the OnePlus One is only half a centimeter narrower than the Note 3. As for thickness, they're roughly the same size, but due to the curved back on the OnePlus One, it does feel slimmer. But as you can see, the OnePlus One is marginally thinner than the Note 3. The OnePlus does feature a custom lock screen, but behind that, it's a stock Android experience. This does run the latest version of Android, in this case Android 4.4.4, and is updated as new versions of Androids come out. Since this phone does run off CyanogenMod, it does feature their theme showcase with their large amount of separate themes you can choose from. Most of these are free, but their theme case ones are paid. Just go to XDA and find some. If you are playing music, the lock screen does have media controls as well as a blurred out album art if it does have art for that. The OnePlus does offer a choice between physical capacitive buttons or virtual on-screen buttons. The on-screen buttons are customizable, so you can add extra buttons and place them wherever you want, as long as they're on the bottom bar. This does eat up some of your screen real estate though. This phone does offer one of the best equalizers I have used so far. It does offer bass boost and virtual surround, as well as a pretty equalizer you can set yourself. The audio quality is quite good on this device. but they haven't said which audio DAC they use, so it's either the Qualcomm one or the Yamaha one. This phone does run a version of CM11 specifically built for the OnePlus One. If you enable developer options, it opens up a lot more features with the phone, such as its quick boot function, which allows the phone to turn on and off extremely fast. This could be useful if your phone is running out of battery and you want to make an important call sometime soon. You can quickly turn on and off your phone just to conserve power. Here we can take a look at the OnePlus One's camera, which is 13 megapixels as stated earlier. The only problem I do have with it is what you see in the viewfinder while you're taking a picture is not what the actual picture looks like. So here we have a picture taken with the OnePlus One compared to the Note 3 and the EOS 6D. The white balance was kind of off, but you can fix that in post. Here are some pictures I took outside using the 3 separate devices as a comparison. Obviously the 6D can't be compared to a smartphone camera, but it is pretty good. The OnePlus does feature 4K recording, as does the Note 3. Both provide exceptionally sharp video, and it's even better when downsampled to 1080p. Unfortunately, the 6D does not take 4K video, but here it is for comparison anyway. Thanks for checking out our unboxing and first look of the OnePlus One. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If there was something we could have done better, let us know in the comments. For a full written review, check out the link in the description below.